So I will give you the number one thing you could say right now.
Hmm.
And so many people are not doing it. And it doesn't matter if you send a LinkedIn message or a Facebook message or whatever it is. If you are not saying, hey, this is Rob Liano, but before I get anywhere else, how are you doing during this whole pandemic?
Mm.
That should be your opening line right now because everyone is going through it in the
Yeah.
entire world. It doesn't even matter what you sell. And it shows that
Love
you
it.
can yeah, it shows that you care about someone. I mean, if you do, you should because they're someone you're going to have a relationship with. But beyond that, you will have a conversation where you are both relating to a
Yep.
common thing, right? And that's what you want
Instant
is the
connection.
affinity between two people. So if you're not saying that, start saying that. The other thing is I build rapport as the call goes on because I
Yeah.
hate that whole like, how's the weather in Texas? You know, like I'm not a fan of that. But I control the conversation by my first question, and it's always, "Hey, it's Rob Liano. You know, I've been assigned to be the agent for your health insurance, life insurance, whatever it is. Are you currently insured?"
Mm.
And then you start going down the trajectory of they say yes, great. Who's that with? How much are you paying? You know, what do you like about it? What do you dislike? If they say no, okay, great. How long have you been without it? And then I'm going to go. It's going to weave, and it's a script that you follow, but you internalize it so that you don't sound like a robot, and you're able to interact like a human being. But that's what I do because we are born to respond to questions. If I said to you guys, "How are you?" You probably could say, "Oh, I'm good," and I say, "Oh, great." And so asking questions allows you to control and guide the direction without the client really knowing. And the more, I think it was John Maxwell or Zig Ziglar, probably Zig Ziglar first. John Maxwell popularized the quote, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Mm.
So how do you show people you care? By asking about them. Instead of questions in the interest of the salesperson, like, are you looking to buy insurance today? No, you ask questions about them. It's the same thing in a relationship. If I asked you, hey, dude, man, you want to come over and paint my house? No, like that's you'd be like, why would I come over and paint your house? Like I don't even know who you are, right? I mean, it's just dumb. That would be in my interest only, and that's not the way to succeed and nurture a relationship and build trust or likability or any of that stuff.
It's so
So that's
true.
that's that's where my head's at.
We had a telemarketer in our agency a few years back, and I mean, he was overqualified for the position. He just needed a quick job for just a little period of time. But he came in and he would ask so many questions to people. It was incredible. He didn't make that many calls. He literally would just get on the phone with somebody, talk to them for like 20 minutes, like way too long for a telemarketer to talk, sometimes 40 minutes. And then he would just get them over to the agent. But it was so many questions. It was incredible. Like they could not answer because, I mean, he's asking deeper questions and going into stuff and acting more curious than their own mom would. So it's like, it's incredible that connecting point is huge. And it's just so funny that, I mean, we all talk to people, friends every day, but as soon as that we're in a sales position, we sound like a robot and we're horrible. And that we lose all that.
I always say you put your sales hat on too tight. You need to like loosen that up and just be natural. You know, it's funny because I remember saying this at one of the events like 12 years ago for that Norvax Go Health thing. I asked somebody in the audience, I said, has anyone ever said to you, dude, it was so nice talking to you? And they said, yeah. I go, has anyone said it was so nice listening to you? And everyone's like, nope. I'm like, right, because people want to be heard and acknowledged. They don't want to hear a sales guy talking and all this insurance jargon. Like there are so many deficiencies in insurance sales, and you're a salesperson, man. Like you work on commission, you're a salesperson. You can call yourself an advisor, a consultant, whatever. You're a salesperson, and it's a skill set like anything else, man. Like I always tell people, if I decide to walk into let's pick anything, a pizza place, and said, hey man, I want to work here and make pizzas. Okay, great. What's your experience? I don't have any, but let me at it. They'll be like, probably not, or I would get a very entry level job. But in insurance, you're breathing. I got an agency. You're hired. Cool. Bring it on. And then I'm not going to train you, and you're going to hate me and hate the job. And it's
and the cycle continues.